So one thing I've been kind of thinking about recently is the last iOS update that Apple's going to end up making. And the one thing that I did end up kind of thinking about was within the last iPhone update, what is Apple going to end up doing? So the big thing to keep in mind here is that within iOS 18, this was one of those particular updates that Apple really wanted to go through and try to make as right as possible. Within Apple Intelligence, they really wanted to go through and try to show everybody like, we're focusing in on our iPhones. We want to go ahead and make sure people know what we're doing is right. However, what they ended up doing was giving us a very, very buggy version of software. And there's already updates on what Apple's doing within iOS 19. Like it's delayed, it's not going to be coming out on time. Those things are very, very scary things to hear about from a company like Apple. They're one of the biggest companies in the world. And if they're having issues within their device and if they're having problems, well, if they can't get it right, then who's going to get it right, right? So this is what's going to end up happening, I think. I think there might end up becoming a point where Apple and their software updates just continue to kind of get more and more complex. They have more and more issues within those particular software versions. So the only thing they can really do is to go through and just kind of drop the iOS moniker, like iOS 19, iOS 20, iOS 21, and they might just go through and they might just end up releasing things like iOS 2025. Or what they could do, which I think is more likely, is that they could still keep the iOS moniker like iOS 19, iOS 20, and 2021, and so on and so forth. But I think at some point, I feel like Apple's not even going to go ahead and make iOS number updates anymore. I feel like it might just be like iOS, just in general, and most people would just keep it there. Maybe there could be a standpoint where people will say like, why would Apple do that? I hear so many people talking about iOS 18 and 17 and 16 and stuff. But right now, a lot of people are having issues within iOS 18. I bring it back to the beginning of this video. If so many people are having issues within iOS 18, well then why would Apple go through and want their whole entire image to be based on an iOS version? I think their best bet, honestly, is to either keep the year numbers or keep it to something where it's more feature-based and they're just ongoing updates all the time instead of keeping it as a number. Most people don't even realize that Windows 11, they get software updates. And I think a lot of people don't realize that a lot of software gets updated and they don't even know the build number or they don't know the number associated with it. So it's just one of those things to keep in mind. Not a big deal, but just, something I've been thinking about. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.